Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a blessed and wonderful day. We are the authors of Substance of Building a Healthy Relationship. And today we're not going to do any topics today. We're saluting our mothers today that are here with us today and those who are not. Each and every day is Mother's Day. So today we wanted to do something special and share memories of our moms, as well as you can share memories of your mom. And so we're going to get started today. And Barbara,
Yes, and feel free to join us to discuss the memories you have of your mother, or if you're blessed to still have your mom here, to give her flowers while she's here. Uh, I just want to discuss some things about my mom, uh, how blessed I feel to have had her as a mother. Uh, as hard as it is not to have her here on earth with me anymore, I know she's in a better place. But my mom was spectacular. I mean, I could not have been blessed with a better mother. She was the next best thing to me from God being number one, but she was definitely number two in my life. Uh, she went beyond her duties of being a mother. She raised us 10 children as a single parent for so many of those years. And she did such a wonderful job to we didn't miss our father not being around because she made up for that. No one is perfect. Yes, I mean we all have our faults and flaws, but one outstanding thing about my mother and our relationship was that if she felt she was wrong or did something wrong or said something wrong, she was able to express that with love in the same way as if uh her children's, not just myself, did something wrong. She was able to hear you without being judgmental about it. I just salute my mother today up in heaven, and I just thank God for have blessed me with her. He could not have sent me a better mother. I would not have traded her for nothing in the world. Offer me $1 zillion today, and not a million or a trillion. I'm going to zillions, and to ask me if I want that $1 zillion or my mom. I would choose my mom and be broke the rest of my life if that was the choice I had to make, because the happiness she brought into my life couldn't be compared to uh material worth. You know, we had such a close bond as mother and daughter. I wasn't perfect. I made mistakes, of course. I got on my mother's nerve, from time to time, but uh before she left this world, I feel blessed because before she left this world, she gave me what I needed to hear to strengthen me as through this long eternal journey that I have to go through without her being in my life. Uh, she confessed to me that the day before she left this world, that I had been such a good daughter to her, that she could not have asked for a better daughter than what she had in me. And that just put so much joy into my heart. And it gave me the strength to carry on without her. And you know, when we forever connect. The way I feel, even death cannot separate us. Because when she left this world, she took a part of me with her, and she left a part of her with me. So that connection could never be broken. What God created between mother and daughter with is everlasting. And I just it's so much that I could, it's so much that I could say. Yeah, I made my mama mad. She knocked me upside my head a couple of times. She, well, what am I gonna have to are you gonna bump your head or you gonna bust your head? She would tell me when are you gonna learn? But in spite of the mistakes that I made, we had such a close bond to even if I made a mistake again, who did I go to? My mother. I could confide in her through good, through bad. Even if I knew she gonna say, "What didn't you know better than that? You didn't learn from this," you know. But I was willing to hear that because I knew she was gonna give me the best advice that she could possibly give me. It was up to me to get it right. But she was just there she couldn't make me get it right. But she was there to let me know where I was going wrong and where to correct it. Uh, so I'm just forever thankful and grateful for the love and all the good memories and the joy, the laughter, the even the pain. I'm grateful for it because it was still love in the pain.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that. That's good memories of your mom, Barbara. I remember my mom was something else, and she was one of them women that didn't play either. When she said what she meant what she said. I remember the funniest thing that I remember with my mom is that I was 16 years old, and I used to say, you know how you would say, can your mom act like she got ears in the back of her head, like she can hear everything, right? So
Right.
I remember at 16, and it was so funny because it actually wasn't funny, but when it was all over, we both had to laugh together, right? She said something about, I know the boys, because it's five boys and me. So, being on the girl, I was four, that. So I remember one Friday, it was Harper High School was having a after school dance, right? But I didn't do a chore that she had told me to do. So by the time she came home, she said, ain't nobody going. Everybody, all your brothers can go, but you ain't going, right? So I walked away and I got in my room and I mumbled. She make me sick. I can't do nothing, right?
Oh boy.
Wait, girl, now she way in the kitchen and I mumbled. And I was like, all I know, she came in there. What did you say? And I mumbled it under my chin. I'm like, how did she hear me say that? Right. And so she used to always say, I hear everything. When you think your mom don't hear, they hear. So
Yes.
I'm fussing and I'm like, well, why I can't do? They go everywhere and I can't go. And I'm fussing back with my mom and she telling me to shut up and I'm study fussing at my mom, girl. And you know what happened? She went upside that head, right?
Yes.
Went upside that head and my mom went upside my head from my bedroom to the kitchen, look, to the outside door, to the back porch, down, down the stairs, out in the backyard. My mama hit knocking me out, right? And the boys had to come out there and stop her, like, Mom, stop, you gonna kill her, right? And what was their favorite word used to be? I brought you here, I take you away, right?
Oh yes.
And I'm
Oh
laying over
yes.
there, girl, look, I'm laying over there in the grass, head like this, girl. Mama then whooped my butt. And then we both looked at each other and started laughing. My mom laughed and I laughed, right? And she say, I guess you'll learn now that I can hear everything come from under your lip, right?
Uh-huh.
That used to be so fun. I had such a lot of good memories with my mom. Sometimes we didn't agree on everything, but she was still my mom because our
That's
parents make
right.
mistakes, but we get mad at them. But sometimes we don't understand what they do or what they say. But a lot of times it's for to better us. When we think they're being mean, it's just giving us something to learn as we go. So I had my ups and downs with my mom, but she was still my mom, and I love my
Yes.
mom. We grew up. My mom made sure that when we was growing up, she always kept us in Sunday school or in church, and I could never understand that. She fussed at us going to church, but she didn't ever get up and go. So one day I said, my mouth was terrible going up with my mom, right, being a girl. My mom always stayed upside my head, right? So I was like, she fussed at us one day and it was a blizzard outside, even though the church was like 3 blocks away. And I said, you always send us to church. Why you don't go? She like, I don't have to go, girl. Then here come the boot. The boot went upside my head, right? She said, put on them boots and get on out of here. Right. So we went to church. I mean, I stayed until always growing up with my mom. My mom loved me, but I know I got on my mom's nerve because I had a mouth to be the only girl, right?
Uh-huh.
And I just felt that I could just say what I want to say because I was spoiled, but my mom wasn't having it. So, and one most important thing that I think about my mom is that before my mom had passed away, because my mom passed away with ovarian cancer, and she was invited to go to one of the churches that I went to, Lebanon Baptist Church, right? Over there on 67 and Justine, right? She was asked to come in. They had some occasion going on to invite your family members. So I decided, I said, I'm gonna invite my mom because my mom was so stubborn about going to church, but she makes sure we go. So I said, I'm gonna try. I said, she probably gonna bawl me out, but I'm gonna ask her anyway. So I asked my mom, did she want to go to church? And she looked at me and she said, I thought she was gonna bawl me out. And she said, yeah, I'll go. So my mom,
All right.
right, my mom went that day and she really enjoyed the service. I'd never seen my mom sing. My mom sang all the time in the house, but I was shocked to hear her knowing the songs that was being sung in church. And I looked over at my mom and I was like to myself, okay, she know these songs, but she don't go to church. Not realizing that when we was at church, she was at home listening to gospel music.
See
So
that?
my baby brother told me that. So even though she wasn't there, she would be at home. She waited to be relieved and she put her church on. So she rather
Right.
the church at home than going to the church home. And when we got up to pray, that was the most important day of my life before my mom passed. My mom held my hand and looked at me and said, thank you for inviting me to church. I really appreciate and love the service today. And we both bowed our heads and we both was in tears and she hugged me. So you don't realize how you miss your mom, you know, and if your mom is here, you're not giving the time to your mom or you're not celebrating your mom, then shame on you because your mom is supposed to be the most important person in your life. That's someone that you should always make sure you check on and pay attention to. Also your father too, but ain't nobody like your mom. And those
Mm-hmm.
were some of the things that I remember. I remember when we was growing up and mom used to have us do all our chores. And you remember on Saturdays, they used to say, you can go outside all day, but when them street lights come on, you better be back in the house.
Oh, yes.
So mom used to be funny. We used to know about 8 o'clock. Okay, we used to know about 8 o'clock. Okay, that light finna come on because it's exactly 8 o'clock. That light pole on the block would come on. So one day the light didn't come on one day, but the light came on, but we studied playing. It was like 8:10, right? And so then all of a sudden, my mom would come to the window and she would call all 6 of our names in order, from the oldest to the youngest, right? And when we heard our name, everybody used to say, uh-oh, y'all in trouble, right?
Uh-huh.
We were supposed to be in. My mom was standing at that door, girl, and as each one of us came through that door, she smacked everybody upside the head, right?
Yes.
Because we knew.
We knew better. It was the way.
She was sweet, but she was stubborn, and she meant what she said. You better do exactly what she tell you to do. You grounded, right? So those were some of the things I miss my mom. I think about my mom every day, especially at times when it's times when you just need to talk to your mom. You know, some things you just need to only can talk to a mom about.
Yes,
And so, like my husband was saying today, every day is Mother's Day, which is true. You should cherish your mom. Because just because your mom is not here, you're gonna always think about your mom, but every day is Mother's Day. You shouldn't just celebrate it for Mother's Day. You should be celebrating your mom every day.
yes, and that's so very true. So very true. And you know, don't wait until, uh you no longer have her to uh think about, these things that you should cherish her for while
Right.
she's here. And, just like you say, my mother was very, she was very firm with us.
Yeah.
And I was the youngest, I am the youngest, a 10. Uh, have 5 siblings deceased, and five of us still here. Uh, but I'm the only girl left. Both of my sisters are deceased as well. But I remember one time, like you say, Darlene, I was hard headed, didn't do something that she told me to do, and I'm gonna sneak out to go to this party this night, right? I act like I didn't roll my hair up, put my long house coat on, right? All the time I had my dress on up under my house coat, and I had my dress on that I'm wearing to this party. She couldn't tell I had the dress on because that my house coat was so long. Had rollers in my hair like I'm going to bed, like okay, good night. I closed the door and I knew she was kind of tired. And I'm saying, okay, I waited around till I ain't hear her anymore. And I, I snuck out the house. So once I snuck out the house, I'm at the party. I was having a good time. And all of a sudden, something came through me like an anxiety attack or something. Let me know I better go home. Girl, I sneaks back in the house, Darlene. I thought I was sneaking in the house. I get to my walk in my room, and next thing I know, turn the light on. She's sitting on my bed. Girl, oh my God, you talking about fear. That was sure enough fear. That was, oh boy. I'm like, she like, oh, so that's what you doing now, huh? Yeah, you sneaking out the house. Okay, I got something for you. And you know how they used to make you go get the belt.
Go get the
Yeah,
switch. The switch.
you go, yeah, to go get the switch, everything. I'm like, oh my God. Yes, but when I got that beat down, I said, okay, no more, no more. Yes, but it's just, so it's so many, so many good memories. And I know I was spoiled because I was the youngest of 10. Uh but a lot of times, it could cause with siblings, it could cause confusion sometimes to the point where they feel you treat one
Mhm.
child better than the other child.
Yeah.
But that's so far from the truth because can't one child take the place of the other? You love them all the same, but each one have different personalities, and you as the mother know how to deal with that. One child might be more needy than the other child, and so you have to give that other child, you know, what they need according to their personality. Another one might be more independent. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to give them the exact same attention that you give the other one. But the love doesn't change at all. Yes, it doesn't change at all. You really, everyone is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so a mother, we think of her as being superhuman, where she could fix any and everything. Whatever problem it is, whatever issue it is, you know, she could do it. She had Wonder Woman power, where, you know what I'm saying? Where you don't feel it's nothing that your mom could can't fix. And
Mhm.
I felt that as a child, no matter what I went through, it's something about your mother's voice, just your mother herself, that exhibits so much strength, and to it always makes you feel better and ease. You feel so at ease and more comfort when you talk to her. And she's giving you the, advice that you need, or just a simple I love you, or the simple hug, And I feel like one of my nephews had asked me, hey Josh,
Hey, Jason.
yes, all right,
Doing?
wonderful boy, yes.
Yeah,
But
I figured it out.
one of my nephews had asked me, it's been about 2 years ago. Do I feel like uh anyone could love my mother, uh as far as, I guess, he was speaking as far as grandkids, and on the term of grandkids. If anyone, do I feel like grandkids could love their uh, grandparents the way that uh, the child could? And my opinion of that, and that I expressed to him, I said, I know, you know, the grandparents' love is a different love than your parent love.
Yeah.
In my opinion, which everybody, have their own opinions, and I'm not knocking nobody for their opinions, but in my words, I don't feel nobody could love my mother the way I love her. That's why God created everyone with a mother. Yes, she's your grandmother, but at the same time, you have your mother. That's my mother. She gave birth to me. Your mother gave birth to you. So therefore, I don't feel you could love my mother the way that I love. Yeah, well, especially my mother gone. You still have your mother, so that's the prime example right there. You can love your grandmother, but I don't feel that no one can love her like I love her.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times it's just so many special memories and everything about a mother's love that no one could take the place of. You know, I know through life, I always had a problem with, I don't care how close I was, I don't care whether it was an auntie or another woman, that I was so close to, that gave, showed me love and appreciation to help me make it through the trials and tribulations of I have to go through from not having my mom. But one thing I was never able to do, whether it was an auntie or a mother-in-law or whatever, the word mother to me is such a special word and where such a special feeling. Whereas I was never able to call any other woman mama, because when I say mother, it's just so much love and everything from that word. And I know only one woman birthed me. And so that's my mother. And no other woman deserved to hear me say that. It wasn't in me to call another uh, woman mom because that wasn't a true thing. It's too much love, and can't nobody compare to your mother. So nobody was entitled, in my opinion, I say, in my opinion, uh, was deserved to be called mother a mom other than mine.
That's true. Hi,
And
Jason.
what you
See you on here.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm pretty good. It took me a while to try to get on here.
Uh-huh. Well, we thank you for coming on. So what would you like to share memories of your mom?
I have so many, so many. I could just start with just glad that I still have her. Everyone's aware um about her surgery that she had. That was a nightmare, for me. I'm sure for her also, but definitely for me because it's safe to say I'm still a mother's boy.
I don't know. Moms have a special love for their boys. That's just how it is. I noticed that with my sons too. I got two boys and two girls, but it's just something about the boys with the mothers.
Right.
And my girls tell me all the time, you get on my nerve. They come first.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Uh-huh.
What else,
Yeah.
Jason? What's one of the most special moments with your mom?
Well, I'll just go back to when I think I was maybe, this is just one of the stories of many, but I believe I was probably about 9, 10 or whatever, and I end up injuring myself. I think I was riding my bike and fell off my bike, and my knee was bleeding, and I ran to mom for the nurturing, and she made some baked apple pies, and it was like everything. It was like everything was, fine. Like all the pain went away. I just she hold me and told me everything's gonna be okay. Kissed me on my forehead, gave me an apple pie, and it was like the pain just disappeared.
So that's all it took was the apple pie.
And love, hug and kiss and say everything gonna be okay. So all that came along with it, So that was one special memory that I remember like yesterday, and just overall throughout life. She's my strength. When I'm weak and the world on my shoulders and words of encouragement, she instilled that back in me, and I'll be on track. So it's unlimited, things I could say. I think we'd be on here, all day.
Yeah. That's a beautiful memory of your mom, Jason.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes. And
And
I
this,
thank you for that, son.
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, this will definitely be ongoing because I'm like, okay, that. But I'm just overall just grateful, beyond grateful that I have her in my corner. She's my rock, and try to make you proud.
Yes.
I
And
wasn't,
you doing a very good job making me proud.
yeah,
I'm proud of you, son.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you for
Thank you
loving
for
me.
coming on, Jason, and sharing that about your mom.
yeah, of course. Yeah, invite me anytime. Tune
Yeah.
in.
Okay,
And
we
Yes.
appreciate that. That's what we want. We want people to join in with us, and because we want to hear everybody's opinion, what everybody has to say on all the topics that we do. So we're trying to share and open the doors for everyone who wants to come in because people don't realize when people are going through things, one of your stories or something could be something that'll help someone and save someone. So whenever you want to come in, when you see our topics up there, you just let us know and we'll bring you in like we did today.
all right, well, I'll be looking forward.
And you
All right,
will be
Jason.
on YouTube because you know this getting uploaded to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So you'll get to see it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Jason.
Uh-huh. So you don't have to disconnect now unless you want to. But yeah, because we still have a while, to talk and just talk about uh the same way the same way you feel about me is the same way I feel about my mom, your grandmother. You know,
My
it's
mom,
not enough words to, yeah, you right. She didn't like Darlene, she didn't like grandma. She
Who?
didn't like my mother. You can
Oh,
her grandkids can call her grandmother.
really? What they
Uh
call her?
a mama.
Mama?
Mama. She
They couldn't say
didn't like
grandma, huh?
she did not
yeah.
like grandmother. And for
Was it
nothing. And
was
like
it because was it because the word grandma make you feel old or something or what?
I just don't know why she didn't like to be called grandma.
Yeah.
And I said, Mama, what is it about grandma that you don't like? And I just don't like it. Tell them to call her mama. And
Mhm.
that's how they was raised, calling her mama, not grandmama.
Yeah.
Not like my grandkids call me granny.
And
Honey,
I
she
love
would
it.
have had a
I
fit.
know.
She would have had a fit if her grandkids called her granny.
That's
But
because some women don't like to. I think some women, when you say the word grandma or granny, it makes them feel all old. But you're a grandma. I mean, it is what it is. You're a grandma. But some people
right,
don't like to be called that. I love when my kids call me grandma.
right.
That's
And
special to me.
yes, and I really sound old when my grandkids call me granny.
They didn't
They
went from
call me granny,
they didn't
so
went from grandma to granny.
yeah. But like we say, to each his own. It don't bother me for them
Me
to say
either.
granny.
I
You
love it.
know, uh-huh. And yeah, but that was my mom, and uh I love her eternally,
You know, my mom was
and
like that too.
again,
She didn't like the word grandma either. She would tell them to call her mama. She would even go as far as call me Miss Early. She
okay.
Miss Early. She didn't want them saying, but she would get offended. I used to be, but you a grandma. She said, no, I ain't. Don't call me that. That's me. That means you old. She would have to say
Uh-huh.
Miss Early, and the kids used to be so funny. They'd be like, why she telling us to call her Miss Early? She grandma. They didn't never understand that. I didn't either. But like I said, some people don't like the word granny.
Right. That don't like it. And
Yeah,
we had mothers that didn't like it.
yeah,
And it's nothing wrong with that because again, each person have their own opinion.
yeah.
I want to give you ladies an early happy Mother's Day.
Well, thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
We
you so
appreciate that,
much.
Jason.
Yes, we
I really
appreciate it.
hope y'all enjoy your day. See, and I told you I had something special for you, so I will be stopping by. I also got to make a run right quick, so I'll
Okay.
get on here because I was trying to click on a link on my phone, but then I was like, okay, I do get the app, the Zoom app on my phone, so I was able to enter, the meeting ID and passcode. I got
And
here.
we had to change it. We had one this morning, but unfortunately, you know how people come on here and be ignorant. We had some ignorant ones on here this morning, so we had to click that off real quick and do another one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what happened when you tried to get on earlier. That's what happened.
Okay.
No, people
Well,
just can't do right.
yeah, there's always somebody, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yes.
Buddy. Well,
yeah.
y'all enjoy y'all day, and love y'all and happy Mother's Day, early
Thank you,
Mother's Day.
Jason. Love you too.
Yes.
Okay.
Love you, son, and thank you for coming on. I guess the other peoples that had joined, couldn't come back on probably with their busy
We had to
schedule the
change, yeah.
day
And
before
then we had
Mother's
to
Day.
change it. We had to
And
cut it off too.
right.
So we had to cut people off and didn't have enough time to give them the new meeting ID. But I had to close that down because we couldn't let that happen.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right,
Okay,
y'all.
well, go take care of your business and love you and see you later.
Okay, love you too.
Bye, Jason.
Okay, see you later,
All
darling.
right, bye-bye. I'm gonna see, hold on.
Yes.
Give me a second, Bobby. Hey, Perry, would you like to come on here and say anything before we close it down? Just me and Barbara right now. Her son was on here. He's gone now. Yeah, it's going on YouTube. You want to say something you want to share about your mom or anything? Hold on, Barbara. I'm gonna let Perry come in for a minute.
Okay.
Probably still got a few minutes.
Okay.
I know, I'm sure he got some good things to say and share with us about his mom, and about
Yes.
Mother's Day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was nice of Jason. That was beautiful what he said.
Yes. Uh-huh.
That's like my
Yeah, that
child
was
too. I
nice.
just love that boy. He's so sweet.
Uh-huh.
You wanna hold on? Perry's trying to come on. You wanna sit down? Okay. Hold on, Bobby. He's trying to come on, so let him get seated. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Share where he can give us something right quick before we close it down.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on. No, we're putting it on YouTube. Okay. Hold on. You ready? I will. I'm gonna share it on Facebook too. You ready? All right, Barbara. Good morning, everyone. My husband's on here. He's gonna share something
Good
with us.
morning, Perry.
Hey girl, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Well, I mean, my mom just passed in 19, so time is flying. But I have fond memories of my mother because she nurtured, raised me, put up with my mess, um, and she went through a lot. Right, so um, I want her to put this on Facebook as well because what I'm getting ready to say, we as Black people need to know. Not that it should make a difference, but you need to think about how we've been subjected to tradition in this country. Now, back in the 1800s, this white lady named Anne Jasper came up with the idea of Mother's Day. Of course, she was white and probably rich, so immediately they stamped it as a holiday. All right, so I said that to say this: I don't need no date on a calendar to tell me to love and appreciate and honor my mama. But when we came over here as Black
right.
people, when we came over here, brought over here, we had to adhere to that tradition. But when we worked in Africa, Black people, it was instinctively embedded in us to honor our mother and father. Okay, so When we came over here, we had to adhere to their May tradition and all that, but you should honor your mother every day. When I look up at her picture up there, you know, it's a form of honoring who she was and who she is to me. So that honor should be every day. Now I heard Darlene saying she got slapped upside her head. I did too, by mom.
Right, I did too.
And she was whooping my brother and me one time, and it didn't hurt no more. Daddy was in Chicago, we was in East St. Louis. You dig? So she whipped us about something, and me and my brother started laughing. And she started laughing. And she said, y'all so silly. But anyway, the discipline, I ain't gonna lie, I miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Could have hit me upside my head 10 more times, and I probably would have made some of the mistakes I made in life. So I just said that to say, you know, as Black people, I mean, white folks got mamas too. I mean, but the thing is, we got to adhere to what's already in us, and that's to honor your mother, whether she here or not, every day. So
Yes, I agree.
y'all have a good day. My legs hurt.
Thank you, babe. Thank you for
Okay,
sharing that
yes,
with
I
us.
agree. Yes,
Thank
that's
you
so
for-
very true.
Yes,
Every
every
day
day
is
is
Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day. Yes, it is.
Every day.
Yes.
Yes. Uh-huh. This just one day that, we it's just exceptionally celebrating, especially to celebrate them. But
Uh-huh.
like you say, you celebrate them every day with the memories, with the love in your heart, and
Yes.
it's yeah, and just reminiscing about, the
Yeah.
things that you have done together. Things were said and things was unsaid.
Yes.
Yeah, but I really feel blessed and privileged to have had such a strong woman as a mother.
Yes.
And yeah, and she definitely instilled strength into me.
Yes, she did.
And that's how I make it from day to day to day.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Do you ever find yourself, Barbara, saying things to your kids that your mother used to say to you?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. Because I
And I
catch myself.
also,
Yes.
I also find myself, once I say something to them, to try to help them correct their mistakes, that I see that they are making the same thing my mom did with
Mhm.
me. Then I back
Mhm.
and let them. I gave you the information to the best of my ability that I could give you.
Mhm.
Now it's up to you to utilize what I
Mhm.
expressed to you. So at that point, that's when you have to step back and let them do what they need to do for themselves
Yes.
and to make the choices that they have to make, because we could tell them, but we can't make them
Right.
go
That is
the
true.
route that, when uh we kids, the parents have the control over what you do.
Mhm.
But once they is adults, you no
Yeah.
longer have that
Yeah.
control.
Right. Because
So
you can only tell your kids so much.
so
You can
much.
give them what you know is right to tell them, but you can only do so much because they have to grow up just like we did. Because we didn't listen to everything our mom told us. I know I
Right.
didn't. And then
I
later on
didn't
down the
either.
line, I'd be like, I should have listened to mama. I
Yeah.
didn't listen because I catch myself a lot of times when I'm talking to my kids and I tell them something and I'd be like, oh, I sound just like my mom said. I didn't
Yes.
want to hear that, but then look at me telling them the same
The
thing.
same thing.
Yeah, you
And
got to let
some
them
of the
know for
same
themselves.
things that we didn't listen to when they was telling us.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we had to learn the hard
yeah,
way.
yeah,
So that's why we try to share this with our children so that they won't have to learn the hard way.
yes.
And sometimes they listen and
And
sometimes they
sometimes they
don't.
don't. They don't.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But
Well, you
it's
guys, it's coming to an end. And we truly thank it, the person that came on here. Jason, we love you for coming on here. We had other people that was on the other meeting, but unfortunately we had to close it down. So a few people were cut off and we're sorry for that, but that's okay because we have more topics that you can come in and join us. Today was just a salute to mom. So we have other things that we're going to be doing and we'll be glad to open the doors and let you come in and join us and, give us your opinions on our topics that we're going to be bringing to you. But we thank you so much and we hope you enjoy this video today, saluting mothers for Mother's Day.
Yes. And may you all be blessed and reminisce on the good memories if your mom is no longer here on earth. Reminisce about all the good times, the good memories that you have. If your mom is still here, you blessed to have her to give her her flowers while she's here,
Yes.
so that you won't have to have regrets
Later
when
on.
later on in life.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I could truly say from my heart that what I feel, the hurt and the pain that I feel from not having my mom does not include any regrets because I was as good to my mother as I could have possibly have been.
Yes. And you
And
realize you're the woman that you are today as well as myself because what our mom installed in us. So we'll
yes,
never lose that and we'll never forget the things that they told us.
yes. And that will live on within us. Knowledge is power.
Yes. And remember, every day is Mother's Day. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day and happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yes. Hope you enjoy. Until next time.
Barbara Perry say happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so much, Perry. I appreciate it.
Okay.
You discontinued it.